Alright guys, so making another video here, just like a minute after the last one. Um, this one here is going to be a little bit more like fun. This is something I've been wanting to do for a while, kind of whenever I was talking about like music and stuff and some of these other ones, is another thing that I really enjoy is anime and have for, um, again, coming up on about 10 years. Like I say, I had a big life change roughly about 10 years ago. But anyways, though, which makes sense, getting out of high school and stuff like that. But so with that, with like anime, before I dive into that, because I wrote them down, that's what I'm looking at here. Um, I check my analytics, which I do once at a blue moon and stuff like that, and showing some people's from Germany and Brazil that's watching. So I mean, that's cool. Um, Germany's cool as fuck. I mean, I don't know a whole lot about Germany. I know there's like a big goth scene and stuff there because my wife watches It's Black Friday and has for years. And she used to live in Germany and had like a big thing there and stuff. And that's where a lot of Gothic style architecture and stuff like that's at, which is cool. Of course, I'm a big, big fan of the esoteric society and occultism of the, you know who people from about about 80 years ago. So, so yeah, shout out Germany. Also Brazil, which that's cool as fuck. Uh, I always tell my wife all the time, it's like I just have such a big calling to go visit South America at some point, um, and just some different countries and stuff like that. I just really like kind of the vibe and the seemingly the peoples and stuff like that. And it's just really interesting. South America is to me, especially uh, Chile. I know I'm not adding the fancy pronunciation to that, but that like Argentina and stuff as well. Maybe some people know this. I don't know, but I think Argentina like almost touches like Antarctica. I wonder if that part of Argentina is like cold as fuck, or if it's not. Like that's something that I wonder about. Um, but kind of like the mountainous regions and stuff like that. It's really cool. A lot of good metal bands and stuff um, from South America and stuff as well. Obviously, Brazil and I mean probably being the biggie and stuff there. So one of these days though, do plan on actually going to South America, kind of checking it out. Obviously, it's a huge motherfucking place, and there's a lot of motherfucking countries and stuff there. But don't know where I'll decide on, but would like to at some point for sure. But yeah, as far as the animes go, um, my favorite anime of all time, Black Lagoon. I love it. And I first watched this. Um, well, it's probably been about 8 years or something like that, maybe. Um, seven, well, no, 8 or 9 years ago, whatever it was. And I thought it was the coolest shit. Like, it's something that hold dear to me. It's like, you got Rock and stuff. Me and my wife actually cosplayed Rock and Revy one time at Halloween. Went to a Halloween party and stuff like that and got drunk whenever we was younger. But one thing I really like about it is just this guy being like figured out his company turned the back on him and stuff like that, and he's just like fuck it, and he just started uh, going into something like doing the ultimate side quest in life and like just putting his whole life on a whole new trajectory and stuff like that, and just having these adventures. It's like fuck it, I thought I had this thing, but it wasn't what I thought it was, so fuck it, I'm just gonna do whatever and everything like that. And so yeah, I mean, also Ravi's obviously cool as fuck. Rock and Ravi are probably, I know they're not technically a couple in the anime, which I haven't read all the manga yet. I'm not caught up, so um, once everything is kind of set up in life, I'm gonna go and buy all the manga I wish that they would English translate the like side stories and stuff like that, because oh fuck, what's her name? It's something the cleaner or whatever. She's got like her own like manga or something now, which is cool as fuck. Um, but oh fuck, I can't remember her name. But anyways, another cool character you don't get a whole lot of and stuff like that. And I love it. Like in about halfway through the anime and stuff like that, where Ravi has to go rescue Rock and stuff like that. Then you got that one like Australian dude. He's in the Jeep Grand Cherokee and stuff like that. It's like the first gen, and it's like the green one and stuff. And my buddy had one. It's still running around town to this day. Like he sold it like goddamn like 7 years ago or something with like 300,000 miles on it. And I still see it running around town today. Like it's crazy. You just can't miss it. He had like a big bumper with like some D rings and stuff welded on the front. And anyways, we've been mudding that thing and stuff like that. So, but anyways, Black Lagoon, I love it. If you haven't checked it out, at least just check out the opening theme song. It's pretty cool. But anyways, next is going to be Future Diary, or Mirai Nikki, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. I've talked about this anime on the channel quite a bit, where it's got a lot of hate just because I feel like a YouTube video, then people will echo a sentiment from something, or excuse me, from someone that they think is smarter than them because it makes them sound smart. So, anyways, I mean, here's the thing: everyone is entitled to their own opinion, obviously. Everything that I say is an opinion. I don't think these are the best animes. They just happen to be my favorite. Um, but I just hate whenever people will like or dislike something based on what others will say, right? Like, make your own choices and decide for yourself what you like and what you don't like. So don't just be a follower, you know? I like real motherfuckers, you know? But, anyways, again, this here is about like, it, I'm not going to say much about it because it throws you through a big fucking loop kind of towards the end a little bit. So, if I say much about it, it'll kind of spoil it, but it's great. Um, I love it. Like I say, Gusai is one of my favorite anime characters of all time as well. Um, and like I say, it's a wonderful anime to go through and watch. It's got a lot of your cool like anime tropes, but also mixed in with like some violence and stuff like that. So it's really cool. Future Diary, definitely would recommend. Um, and kind of before I go into the others and stuff like that, like I say, I started watching anime like I say about a decade ago or so ago, just because I was getting fed up with like excuse me, like movies and kind of the trajectory that they were on, where they just had a bunch of like just stupid bullshit and stuff in them. And also movies are the same thing over and over and over and over. It's, they follow the same patterns and everything for the most part. Now, in the past, probably half year, well, I'd say year to be safe. I've probably watched about a half a dozen movies or so, which is probably more than I've watched in the past 5 years or so combined, you know. Um, I watched the three Ginger Snaps movies. First one was really good. The other two were kind of chill in their own way, but whatever. So I really liked those. And I watched Jennifer's Body as well. I also watched The Witch. Um, that was dumb as fuck, other than like the last 5 minutes. I mean, you could just probably watch that clip on YouTube, and all the movies that guy makes. The Northman, the Lighthouse, and the fucking The Witch, and they're all just fucking. Did he make the Nosferatu one or whatever? Of course, that was remake or whatever is different, but I don't know. Anyways, though, all those movies are kind of like dumb as fuck. They all feel like they're just a prologue. Okay, the movie's finally gonna start whenever it fucking ends. You know what I'm saying? So I watched those. Watched Invoking Yale, um, which is kind of like a Blair Witch Project. Uh, movie, but it's like kind of centered around a black metal band and stuff like that. Um, and like I say, I mean, it was chill. I like seeing the nature scenes and the black metal references and stuff like that. Um, but I don't know, like say movies just don't do it for me. Watch Frankenhooker. I mean, that was kind of chill. Like I say, it's kind of like a '80s timepiece, you know, in a sense or whatever. But but yeah, so I'm just not a movie guy. Like if I watch anime, at least an episode, uh, mostly every day. So try to stay up with that. But anyways, let's see what else have I got wrote down. Like sorry, I'm just tired as fuck. So that's why I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget any on this. Oh yeah, next is gonna be Nana. Again, this one here actually really kind of I hold it dear to my heart. Like in a sense, it's like my wife was the one who first told me about it, and we were still living separately because we were young at the time. Like I said, we were just dating and stuff then. And anyways, she was watching it, and I was watching it. And then we'd watch it together, and then we'd like catch up and talk about it and stuff. It's really cool. Um, and actually got a tattoo and stuff, you know, kind of resembling something from that. And I got that just a little bit before we moved out and started like our quest in life and stuff, you know. Moved out together and started, like, really started building the foundation for our life together. And I remember at the time I had like an MP3 that would hold like 13 songs on it. Um, and I had like two of the OPs and stuff from Nana, the Broken Rose, and then the other one. I can't remember what it is. This is the third one, the third OP, what it was called exactly. I had those on that MP3 player, along with some Johnny Thunders and some Motorhead and stuff. And like I say, uh, it just really means a lot that anime. Every now and again, I'll go back and watch some clips from it, and it's like I almost just get like this intense emotional feeling and stuff from it because of how I connected it to a period in time whenever we were having a lot of turmoil and uncertainty about life. But then, you know, me and her, we moved out together and started doing our making life happen, you know. So Nana is great. Next is going to be kind of a similar thing. It's going to be High School DxD. I love this anime. I love ecchi animes. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. Like, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Uh, again, me and my wife, she kind of told me about it. She watched a couple of episodes and stuff before we moved out together. And this here was when I was just a little bit younger than whenever we watched Nana. So it wasn't like in crazy turmoil with life yet. Maybe in like a year before actually, because I remember it was during the summertime. And anyways, what I consider to be one of the best days of my life, and I mentioned this on a previous video, so I'll just kind of skim through it real quick. Is she told me about it, and I think I watched like a clip or something. Then like we was gonna be hanging out the next day, so like, hey, you know, we'll just watch it together because she said, hey, you're gonna really like this. And I watched a couple episodes, you know, and so we just started from the beginning together. So the next day, I actually woke up at the crack ass fucking dawn and then picked her up. I was in my little 1988 Suzuki Samurai, the hard top or tin top they call them. Had at the time, and we actually dressed up kind of nice and stuff to go eat breakfast at this little restaurant up in town. And I remember I wore this black shirt that's like button up and stuff, and we were kind of doing like I don't know if I should be mentioning it, but fuck, I'm gonna do it anyways. We was also playing some Doki Doki Literature Club at the time too, right? And we were kind of doing like a date where it was us, but then we adapted some personas from characters that we created to kind of not cosplay, but resemble like our personalities of this, and we went on a date, right? whatever, you know, we're in love and have been forever, so we can do whatever, anyways. Um, so then we had like our little breakfast date and stuff there, and then I remember we went back to her house for a little bit, and obviously had a nap like a motherfucker because I'm a night owl, and then woke up, and then later that evening went back to my parents' house, and then which mind you, at the time, me and my wife, we lived a good 35 40 minutes of like country road driving, you know what I'm saying, apart and shit. So anyways, uh went back to my parents' house, and we watched some of the high school DxD at her house, and then watched some at my house, and then later that night, because I remember it was hot as fuck, same where I ain't got no air conditioner, and so I took her to a waterfall that's like in the woods off the one of the highways and stuff. You have to park here by some guardrails and go up and down a little trail through the woods, and you get there. It's like a waterfall that's made out of like stone that was laid and stuff. It's actually kind of cool down there and stuff, and spent some time down there together and whatnot. And then we came back to my parents' house, and then it was like real late at night, so we was sitting up in my bed and stuff like that with like headphones on. We sharing that earbud and stuff, you know, and finished up. So we ended up watching the whole first season of High School DxD in one day, all along with doing our little breakfast date and waterfall date, and just spending time together and stuff like that. Like, again, I consider that to be one of, if not the best days of my life. And every time I think about High School DxD, I think about that. And so it holds a dear place in my heart and stuff as well. So obviously, after that, we continued watching the whole thing and stuff, except for one season, which wasn't out at the time. Then we went back and watched that. So there used to be a good website back in the day. I forgot what the fuck it's called. It's something no name that you could actually go and watch all the OVAs and specials and stuff like that. Because High School DxD had a lot of those. It's no longer around, and I don't know. Hopefully, a lot of these things aren't lost media and stuff at this point. Um, because there was a lot of motherfucking specials. That's one thing that's cool back whenever they were actually doing like DVD and Blu-ray releases for animes. They'd always do like a lot of OVAs and specials and things like that, you know. So, and also they'd have like the ONAs, try to get people to the websites and stuff. But anyways, next thing is going to be High School of the Dead. I mean, everybody knows it. Everybody loves it. The manga writer. Excuse me, I stretched my back out. I've been kind of slumping over. Um, Passed away before we got to finish everything. Sucks, you know. But yeah, it's like a 12 episoder plus a beach episode, and it's really good. It's just a lot of etchy gore, fun, cool vibes. I mean, it's really fucking cool. I mean, it showcases that time period of anime like perfectly. I mean, it's really good. Uh, it's just good zombie killing anime fun. It's fucking awesome. So for a short one, like I said, it's great. Definitely check it out. Next thing is going to be Konosuba. So I love Konosuba. Uh, I even had the mobile game and stuff, and I played that. That's the first video game that I picked up in probably a year or two because my construction job, I was just so busy. I was either working, sleeping, you know what I'm saying? But I was able to play that on my phone a little bit. And yeah, love Konosuba. Um, I even like the Megumin like season and stuff like that, where it showed her before she arrived in town and joined up and stuff with them and whatnot. Like, I think it's great. It's funny as fuck. It and Baka and Test are the only two animes to ever make me like actually laugh multiple times. And like I said, I usually don't laugh at shit like that or anything on movies and stuff. So Konosuba, it's great. Kind of in addition to that, just another mention here is Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. To me, that's just the epitome of like chill. Like I could watch Dragon Maid just fucking anytime. Like if every season of anime had a new season of Dragon Maid, I would just fucking vibe with it and watch it. Like I never get tired of it. It's just super chill fun. You know, I really like it. And the OPs and endings and stuff like that are great as fuck too, always. So it's really good. Um, Next thing is Shimo Nita. This here's a prime example of they tried to warn us. So, I mean, if you know, you know, all the internet censorship and everything like that that's going on. Um, that's crazy as fuck. And just kind of where everything started kind of going last year and stuff with the internet cracking down on shit. I talked about that a lot in some of my earlier videos because that was one of the pressing matters at the time. Yesterday, I even got a thing whenever I was playing Master Duel. It's talking about how they're going to have to follow guidelines and implement like some kind of age restriction bullshit or something on fucking Master Duel. Like there's not even any chat or anything. Like I don't even know. Like it's getting to a point. Like I say, you give a thing an inch, then they take a mile. Like say the internet censorship is crazy as fuck. They're just scapegoating some bullshit to get people on board. Then they run with it. So with Shimo Nita, it's all about censorship of etchy things, and it's just a lot of crazy, crazy good fun. I love it. Shimo Nita is great. Yep. The next is going to be Initial D. This is one of those animes that I think is beloved for its music and its vibe way more than the anime in of itself. But the anime in of itself, I really like. I've watched every single episode, even MF Ghost and stuff like that. I love it. Now that being said, I know sometimes the animation scene is dated and stuff like that on it, but that's I don't care. I love it anyways. Um, I watched all this all the way through back whenever I was younger and stuff, and I could go back and watch it anytime. Like I say, just the vibes and everything about it's just fucking great. I love Initial D. So it's a it's about like underground drifting and stuff like that. You know, car racing, car subculture of the time and stuff. So with all the cool JDM cars, which sadly everybody's figured out that you can't get one now. If you do, it's overpriced or some kids had it and it's just fucked it all to hell. So I try not to even look at them anymore. It's like once everybody gets fucking with stuff, then I don't want it anymore. You know what I'm saying? So, but regardless of the anime's goat as fuck, I love it. Then the next one I feel like is a modern day classic. It's going to be one of those ones, of course, this came out a few years ago now, but it's one of those animes that people have really slept on, and I think at some point in time it's going to become like a cult classic anime because it's so fucking good. It's one of those animes. Sorry, I got the window open, donkey going now, but he always brays about the same time every night, every day. It's crazy how he does it. I can always tell about what time it is. So, but anyways, Akiba Made War, however you pronounce it. It's one of those animes that did have a manga attached to it, as far as I know, anyways, or at least initially. So it does have a beginning and an end. It's like a 12, 13 episoder, and it tells a story about you know, basically there was maid cafes in like the early 2000s and stuff, and they were all kind of ran like they were Yakuza, and just lots of violence and fun and craziness and stuff like that. It's really good. It's really good. Just watch some clips on YouTube or something of it, and you're gonna see some shit. You're gonna be like, "What the fuck?" You know what I'm saying? It's great. Um, I've tried and tried to put people onto it, and they just won't watch it. I don't know what the fuck the deal is. Um, but it's one of those animes that I truly believe that it's going to be like a cult classic at some points. Uh, I say it already is to the true heads, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, I guess the last one I'll mention here is Higurashi, or When They Cry. It's based on a video game, and the entire story is fucking bonkers, bro. But so I won't spoil anything about that. You just have to watch it, but it's just crazy, violent, and I don't know. I can't say. I'll fuck up the story. But anyways, it's amazing. Higurashi or When They Cry. I'd recommend watching the original one instead of the remake, if you can. As many have said about everything, but you know what I'm saying. Um, it's really good. It's really good. Watched this whenever we were living at our rent place there for a year before we moved into this place, and excuse me, um, it's represented, kind of to me in that time period and stuff as well. But first episode, I believe it's the first one, anyways. It's got a one of them Colonel Sanders statues and stuff in it and stuff. So I knew it was gonna be based in because I was like, hell yeah, shout out KFC. Um, but but yeah, so that's some animes I really like. I would consider those some of my tops. There's other ones that I really like and stuff like that too. I just didn't want to cover everything here. But just to shout out a couple more that's kind of came to my mind and stuff, as I'm sitting there thinking that I love Sequan no Quasar. I'm not. I'm not even gonna listen to myself say that back because I mean I don't even know. Uh, I can't pronounce for shit, guys, especially something like that. That one's great. So it's like Seikon space No space QWASER, I believe. That one's great. Also, um, fuck, I lost in that. Oh damn, what's it called? This one here's a big one. Uh, I think it's gonna be a cult classic as well, but I don't think it's like necessarily a masterpiece like Akiba Made War. It's got kind of a weird name. It's gonna kill me because I brought it up. Hold up, hold up. Magical Destroyers. Magical Destroyers is fucking good for a newer anime. I feel like anime kind of peaked in like the 2008 to 2016 ish era, right? Um, I hate to define everything kind of in a box like that though, because there has been some great ones come out after that that I love, such as Dragon Maid, Konosuba, Magical Destroyers, Akiba Maid War. But just as far as the animes, like all the ones that I just really like and just can kind of like vibe with. Well, I say 2006, 26. That way we give a good 10-year period. But I really like all the animation and stuff like that. And like I mentioned before, I do really like. I can't think. Darling in the Franks. I think it's wonderful. I love that anime. That was kind of the one that started getting all the normies on board and stuff, like with Zero Two, and then that's kind of one of the ones that I feel like really started pushing the envelope as far as just like a regular series having to have this high production and everything instead of and don't get me wrong, I like whenever an anime looks good, but I feel like if you get too much tied up into it and stuff like that, then it's like everything has to be. And I've mentioned before, you'll have just random ass slice of life animes. It's got like the insane animation for no fucking reason. You know what I'm saying? But uh, they don't all need that. That way, it's kind of like whenever you see something that's like got really good animation, you're like, holy fuck. Also, one thing I do want to recommend that's really fucking good, Oshinoko, the first episode that's like the hour and a half long movie. absolutely blew my fucking mind. I love that so fucking much, okay? However, though, everything following the first episode is fucking ass. I mean, there's been a few things here and there that's like chill, but bro, I dropped that shit. Like, I couldn't even fucking. And I don't drop anime. If you ever see my anime list, if anybody's got a my anime list, drop it in the comments. I'll add you. But, anyways, Oshinoko, I had to drop that shit, bro. I watched the whole first season. Second season, though, I dropped it, bro. I was like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Pissed me off. So Oshinoko to me has been brought way the fuck down by the series, but the first episode, which is a movie in of itself, is absolute perfection. But that's what I always think about whenever it kind of comes to good animation. Um, but another thing too, I really fucked with Jobless Reincarnation like big time. But you know, the season where he's just like in the school fucking around, it's like goddamn, this is ass, bro. This is ass. You know, so that kind of brought it down for me. I don't mind if there's a little ass in it, but if you have like a whole season that's just like fucking dog shit, it's like brings it down for me, bro. But anyways, though, guys, do appreciate if you made it this far. Me kind of talking about anime. I love anime. I could talk about it forever. But yeah, if y'all got my anime list, drop it in there and I'll add you. But yeah, if you watched all the way through, appreciate it. I hope you have a good one.